Okay, so this is basically the stop-motion, behind-the-scenes piece we did for Musicians on Call and how it came to be. It all started with Mark Cerulli.
Isn't Mark Cerulli a wonderful guy? I really like him.
Mark came to me for this special piece and said,
Steve, wouldn't it be cool if you did one of your stop-motion treatments to show the amount of artists associated with Musicians on Call? You know, possibly a stack of CDs animating on?
Yeah, that would be cool. But how about if the entire Musicians on Call logo was on the spines of individual CDs? So, the complete logo is made up of hundreds and hundreds of CDs.
Yeah, that would be cool.
What if we animated the CDs so that the logo builds on?
Yeah.
Now, what if we add a motion control camera move to the entire piece so that we rotate around it as the piece builds on?
Nice. Yes. How are you ever going to do it?
I have no idea. So, I thought about the most dramatic way to execute the sequence without incurring costs that weren't part of the budget. I figured out how large I wanted the CD towers to be and then worked backwards to create the logo that was mounted on them. Then, the logo was printed out large and cut up and applied to the splines of the CDs one at a time. We then stacked up the CDs, lighting and framing accordingly. I knew I was going to shoot the entire piece digitally with my camera, but the light bulb came on when I thought of how to do the move. When I was a little kid, my favorite toy in the world was Mighty Casey, the locomotive of a train that a child could sit on and, with the tracks provided, either ride in a figure 8 or a large circle. Yeah, okay, it's simple by today's standards, but back then it was cutting edge. So I took Mighty Casey and the head off of my tripod and mounted it inside the housing of the locomotive. I timed out the entire sequence with tick marks that were drawn along the base of the train track that lined up to a high-tech pointer, actually a plastic spoon that was attached to the locomotive. Frame by frame, I moved the Mighty Casey and took one frame away of each of the CDs until they were all gone. Then, in post-production, we reversed the move and added yet another layer of animated type that was additionally shot frame by frame. Sounds simple, but it took about 3 weeks to complete. We're all very happy the way it came out, and if it helps to bring people's attention to the worthy cause that is Musicians on Call, then all the time in the world was incredibly well spent. If you haven't seen the entire piece, please check it out at www.musiciansoncall.org.